Hey everybody, why did my printer start going off? Y'all see it blinking back there? It just scared me. Everybody, happy Sunday. Y'all, I had to push it back 5 minutes because my internet was acting stupid. It wasn't letting me into StreamYard, so I had to shut everything down. But I hear, hey everybody, happy Sunday. How y'all doing? Hey, that's my art. Hey, Precious. Hey, fam. Who else is in here? Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Unique. Out in the garden. Oh, between downpours. Look, we got our rain. We had 2 days of it. Hey, Mr. BS. Excuse me. Hey, Nay. How's everybody doing? Hey, Jess. Hey, Jovan. How you doing, sis? How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday, y'all. We about to talk about it. What y'all say? We about to talk about it. How y'all doing? How y'all weekend been? Y'all been following what's happening in these? Hey, Carbon. Have y'all been following what's happening with these foods? If you was in Brooks Live, he talked about it a little bit. hmm Y'all been following that? Listen, I reposted something on my Instagram. I think it was yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, I know what I'm talking about." I might have reposted it on Friday, but nonetheless, I knew what I was going to be talking about. But most of us in here are already, have things set in motion to where we're not dealing with that issue. But yeah, so we're back inside out of the heat. I know that's right. Got a harvest and some video footage. Nice. How hot is it there, Jovan? We're back kind of in our norms. Don't get me wrong. It's not cool. It's like 80, I think it was like 83, 84 today. That ain't too bad. But I was out there at like 6 a.m. I was out there early this morning doing video. Mm-hmm. And what was upper 70, but the humidity. That was why I was out there early this morning. I tried yesterday. It was, yeah, I mean, I'm not even being funny. The sweat was literally just dripping off of my face. It was so humid. It wasn't so much that it was hot. It was just so humid. Nope. I have not seen Pepe Le Pew again. I be looking. So because it was so hot last week, we were actually in the hundreds like all week. So my comfrey from when I pushed it back so I could get it out the way of that bed that I was trying to harvest at. Ever since then, it kind of is like laid over. It's like kind of frumped over, so it's easy to see anything happening over there. But that just gave me a flashback to when I did that. Because when I tell y'all, I must be a cat because I lost a life that day. My heart was racing. I was like, because first of all, I will tell y'all, when I initially moved, it was only because I knew something was there. What that something was, I had no idea. I just knew I wasn't crazy. We about to when I think I see something, even if I'm not sure if it's something, because sometimes it don't be. All I need to do is think it is. I'm getting out of there, and then I'm gonna find out if it was something. And then if it's not, then I would have came back in frame and we would have finished doing what we need to do. But you saw it was something. So harvest over. Cause what? Ah, child. Starting to cook and listen. Ooh, smothered pork chops, rice, cornbread. Okay, now in the garden on and off. Okay, Nay. You just gonna throw that at us and you ain't sending the address or nothing for us to come get a plate. I just asking. Hey G Mama. I started this 6, then back around 3. It was gloomy and taking the bit. So I'm taking a bit. Yeah. I just did all the garden stuff early. I was out there until a little bit after 3 because I grilled out today. I just grilled some chicken. So I was out till about 3-ish doing that. I am good. How are you doing, Precious? I seen you drop something like maybe 3 hours ago. I haven't watched it yet, but I synced it. Y'all, for y'all who, if you don't follow Precious Sunshine, also known as Precious SoCal Gardener, um, Precious periodically does videos with recall information, and she like breaks all the information down. So she mostly does gardening content, but she also will, when things are going on and she knows about it, she's going to share the information on any recalls and serving plates at 7:38. Nay, you is wrong for that. You'll be recording it tonight. Okay. So in light of what's happening in the world, y'all need to be paying attention to those things. So today I wanted to talk about this parasite that they have not been able to track down where, how, and where, and what, and all the things of how it's getting to people. But the last update that I heard, which is the same lady that I reposted on Instagram, she gave an update the next day, I think it was, so it would have been yesterday. And there are more numbers. I think they were from 100 to around 1,000 cases where people had reported being the CDC. NDC is something from my job, y'all. Child. The CDC reported that the number had gone up to around there. So she's just not pulling numbers out of anywhere. And most things that deal with the government, if you didn't know this, a lot of those things are public, so you can find out those type of information. They don't give you, they won't give you any personal information regarding any topics, like if it's regarding a person, but you can find out a lot about a circumstance, even when it's dealing with a person. So if something was happening with one of you guys, maybe you were, I don't know, picked up on something or whatever. There's a lot of information I can find out if I wanted to. But a lot of things are public that people don't understand. Well, if a parasite comes through watermelon, we know Gina's 100% safe. And you are not. So there's that. I'm safe. You, however, should be worried. I don't care how many 2011s you got. And let's not even talk anything that's in there. You ain't got enough to handle the wrath of Gina. So I'm gonna need you to watch yourself, sir. What up, New York Outcast? How you doing, fam? I saw you riding your bike through the city. I seen it. I also seen that you wasn't alone. I seen that too. Hey, Rashida, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. So that's my okay. That's my art. And don't talk to him. He about to get socked out. Keep playing with me. But on a serious note, so I reposted that whenever I did. I don't freaking remember. Whenever I reposted it, and I put a. I think I my caption was, if you are ready to start your, if you're not growing your own food and you're ready to start your gardening journey, follow my YouTube channel for guidance, something like that. And then I posted a couple of shorts since then where I've harvested, and caption still kind of reverting back to growing your own food. But yeah, this isn't the first time it's been a thing. It's like every time you look up, it's something. It's the lettuce, it's the tomatoes, it's the onions. Then they take it out of all the restaurants, they take it out of all the grocery stores or whatnot. It's always something. And could something happen in your backyard garden? Yeah. But it's probably less likely than it is through the other ways, because our food travels way more than people realize. The foods that get into your grocery store travels way more than some people realize, depending on what it is. They ain't growing and raising everything in your state. They do just like the government do with other countries. They barter. We got this. We can give you this for that because you have that. That stuff travels. That's why y'all see all those semis on the highway all the time. They got to get the food to you. So, what up, Tag? How you doing, sis? Hey, Tamiko, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I have no idea what the parasite actually is, but that name is wild. Because when I saw it the first time, I was like, "What? First of all, who named you?" But I have no idea what it actually is. Now, even when I get, because I think over in Brooks, I came in late to the live stream. Like I said, I was cooking, and I remember hearing them saying something about not buying, pretty much not buying fruits and vegetables. Trying to grow what you eat type of thing. And somebody had mentioned they had just bought some cherries. Honey, I clean them fruits just like you clean any other fruit. Now I typically let mine soak for quite a while whenever I buy grapes. And this has not been because of that. This is how I always do. Grapes, cherries, things like that, some veggies. I soak them in vinegar water and I walk away. I literally fill up the bowl with water and vinegar and whatever that thing is, and I walk away. And then I come back whenever and shush it around, dump it, fill it up again. Because watch, if you ain't never cleaned fruit like your grapes and stuff from the grocery store, gross. But if you haven't, do that. Put it in a bowl with some vinegar and just walk away from it. And I don't mean like a splash of vinegar. I mean, put some vinegar in there. Walk away from it. It is going to be so much dirt at the bottom of whatever that is that you put those grapes in. You would never just eat some grapes from the grocery store again. I bet that. Mm-mm. You won't do it. And just think about all the people who handle that. If somebody got to put it in the packaging. Mm-mm. Not doing it. Hey, Will Just Jam, how you doing? Hey, Teresa. Happy Sunday. What up, David? Happy Sunday. I think I saw somebody else. Did I see Jay? Nisha's in here. Hey, Nisha. Michigan is the epicenter. Mm-hmm. Surges clusters are also concentrated heavily. I saw in Ohio, New York. I saw Michigan was, and I was like, that's close. So the fact that Ohio was on the list does not shock me because Michigan is my neighbor. I could get to Michigan Well, I was gonna say 3 hours, but I actually could get to Michigan sooner than that. I could get to the part I usually go to in 3 hours. But yeah, they're a neighbor. I'm a neighbor to Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Like, that's very close. And don't think because it's well, hey J3, I thought I saw somebody else come in here. Happy Sunday. Because your state may not be one of the states. People travel in and out of these states, and then now they're where you're at because they came back home. What up, Lawson? Happy Sunday. How do you get it from where they don't know? What does it do to you? It makes you very like so. Basically, they're saying that it feels like it when you first experience it, it feels like you're having a stomach virus. So people are having like very bad diarrhea. I didn't hear any mention of like vomiting. Mostly it's just been diarrhea, is what I heard. But it's so severe that the people who are being treated, hospitalized or whatever, um, they're being treated really for dehydration because they can't stand to take anything in, but everything is coming out. So yeah, so that's how you'll probably know if you feel like you're having some very extreme stomach situation, and you might think it's just a stomach virus because they can be bad. I had my youngest daughter. She had twice when she was very young. She was like 3, and I think it ran back again on her when she was 4. A stomach virus, and she couldn't keep anything down, water, anything. And they would give her the little tablet to deal with the nausea, and then she was able to take in fluids. Because that was my biggest concern. She's going to be dehydrated, and most people who deal with certain viruses, the virus doesn't take them out. The fact that they get dehydrated and their body is dehydrated is what takes them out. So that's why people are very like when they know somebody close to them is sick, are you at least drinking fluids? Are you keeping down some fluids? Because that's important. I've been on a road trip for a week. What did I miss? There is a parasite that has somehow got into the country, and it is giving people a very severe stomach situation. So I don't know how they're classifying what it is because I don't think it's a parasite, so it's not a virus. Um, and they really didn't have any answers to what was um, giving people the virus, like where they were getting it from, like if it was a specific food, maybe something they purchased like a produce. They couldn't put hand on that. Have they done it since then? Don't know. And when I say since then, I mean like since yesterday, because that was probably the last time I saw an update on it. Yeah, that's my printer. If y'all hear that, I don't know what it's doing. It's running probably through the ink or whatever. I don't know why. Hey GT, happy Sunday. It just started doing it on its own, and I needed to stop. Yep. Um, Imperfect Creation said basically the same thing. Is causing explosive diarrhea. Elderly and very young have higher risk of dehydration related illnesses. That is facts. However, I think they are more at risk because how it hits their bodies and how their bodies can fight off stuff. I feel like someone my age is at risk because we'll be like, oh, I just got a stomach bug. It's okay. I'm just going to get some rest. That's our risk, is that instead of realizing that it's something worse, we will stay at home and try to nurse ourselves back to health. And some things are beyond that. So I think that's the risk for us, and why sometimes someone that is body is able to fight something a little better than someone who's older or very young. It's just our think we know what it is that keeps us from getting the help we need to get better. So yeah. Symptoms frequent, watery, sometimes explosive. Yes, that's what I've heard. Hey, Miss Cheryl, happy Sunday. It causes parasite. No, it is a parasite. So basically, there's a parasite that's traveling through something. So maybe I don't know what they don't know what the thing is, but like it's attached to your veggies or fruits or something. That's what people are kind of, I think, leaning to thinking it is. Um, they just can't say what. So like in past where they could tell you there's been an outbreak on lettuce, it's being recalled. They haven't been able to do that yet to say it's related to a certain thing. And maybe it's not just one thing. It could be a parasite that's just able to adhere to multiple things. So maybe I had tomatoes and you had a mango. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's just more. And most of us in here, like I said, are already growing food. Thank you, Carbon. Carbon put the CDC info link in there. So where you could go and read up about what information they have in regards to it. But yeah, and from what I understand, they're keeping it updated. The government is spreading it. You never know. Caused by contaminated water and farms, most likely. The parasite is typically found in raw, unwashed produce. I don't understand that how we eat. I can't even eat my own produce unwashed unless it's like a strawberry. I might rinse it off and eat it instead of like doing the whole vinegar thing. But I know, and that probably still ain't the best practice either. Not that my brain is wrapping around it, but because I know it's grown back there. I've done that with my peaches. I've taken peaches right off the tree and eaten them. Um, you know, yeah. But they're in my backyard. So I'm the only person touching it. And the grocery store, so many hundreds of thousands of people come into those stores and they pick up and put down, pick up and put down. I might have thought I was going to get it, then I changed my mind. I do it. I do. I know y'all have. I know somebody's been to the grocery store and was like, I'm gonna get this, and this, and this. You, as you're going through the store, you see something else, and you're like, oh no, 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 I better get that, and then you put the other thing back. That happens, and it happens with produce and fruit too. It don't just is not limited to meat or chips or frozen goods. It's not limited to packaged stuff. That's just something that we do, which is why you should be washing the fruits and vegetables you buy at the store. And there's probably other ways because I think some people might even use baking soda in theirs, like when they wash up their fruits and vegetables. I've always just used vinegar, and it's been fine in my opinion. But yeah, please be more. But you grow, don't you? New York Outcast, don't you have a garden? I feel like you do. With that 2020 stuff, you never know. Is Danielle's in here? Hey, Danielle. Danielle's Blooming Garden. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner. No one fully knows. Yep. Yeah. And I think that's the problem is that no one has any real answers yet as to how this is happening, which makes it a little frustrating for the consumer because it's like, well, how do I prevent it? Well, I know one step I'm making. Just saying. I'm just saying, something is wrong with, yeah, that's true. So now not only are tricks coming from meat eaters, but now the parasites in the south. Yep. New York Outcast. That's why we got to grow our own. Yep. Remove checks and balances, chaos ensues. Yep. Facts. Um, I'm surrounded by farms. These deer, foxes travel. So we try to delegate. Yeah, be diligent about not snacking in the garden. Yeah, yeah. But also, I know like when I would go and visit TT's Urban Pantry, she's my neighbor as well. TT is in Indiana. And a couple times, most times up until recently when I figured out what the dang on GPS was doing, it was taking taking me through the back roads. The back roads going to where she is. So Indiana produces a lot of the country's corn. Okay. So it takes you through like their farming area. And I used to always joke that the people are trying to like kidnap me and take my organs and put me in one of the silos and y'all never going to find me again because it's so weird back there because there's hardly any traffic. But nonetheless, I remember one time riding through there and there was a farm that had chickens. And I could see the barn, I could hear the chickens. And when I tell you, you could see them in there, there couldn't have been anything humane about it. And I'm like, that's the stuff that irritates me because just think about this on our garden level. Because we talk about this a lot in the community. When we go and buy soil or we go and buy compost, and either one of those things, there's nothing but huge pieces of stick and rocks and plastic. There's just all kind of randomness that of stuff in there, and then the sticks and stuff that haven't broke down. That's because they are just trying to get product on shelf. The fact that it hasn't completely broke down to give you the quality that you want, they don't care about that. They just got to get product on shelf so they can make money. That's what those chickens were looking like. And my thought when I saw it is how many places are like that where they're just trying to get product on shelf and they don't really care about how those animals how clean or anything that they're keeping the space for those animals or even just making sure that there's not too many of them in that space. Y'all remember with the whole thing with the cows where they were talking. Anyway, let's not talk about it because see, that's gonna make me my stomach already started doing something. Um, you coming to my place, New York Outcast, or or I could just show you how to do it from where you're at. Yeah, you could do it. Man, listen, it sure enough be people bringing their dogs in the store. Maybe the data centers that produce very dirty water. How do they dispose of that water? Facts. That's why I keep salad bar growing all yes, all the time. They saving that water to dispose of us. They haven't moved and haven't set one up yet. Okay. We're gonna get you back at it. That's what we need to do. Get your garden back up and thriving. But I thought the government was good to citizens. Of course they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're looking at David, if you're looking to buy a elephant, I actually do have one for sale. So just hit me up. I got you. Hey TT. God gave us everything we need for fertilizer facts. As long as you don't hear banjo in New York. It's sad to see how these animals are all bunched up together. When I tell you, and I think I told TT about it when I got to her, this was like, it might have been my first time going down there. It was either my first or second time going down there. I've been down there quite a bit, y'all. But I remember in the beginning, I was just like, I felt sad for those chickens. I was like, why would they have them just bunched up in there? And I don't know if they were meat chickens or layers, what they were using them for. because there's even the people who are supplying eggs, they don't care about all that keeping it a certain way type of. I need those eggs. That's what's making my money. I need those. I'm gonna need those. I need those eggs. They don't care. Fertilizer runs away natural worms and underground ecosystem. Greed of people. Yep. Hey, Veggie. Happy Sunday, sis. Some food safety experts believe the focus on fresh produce might be hiding a bigger issue. Mm, may be true. That's typical. I mean, that's very typical. Look over here because I don't want you to look over here. That's so typical. Very. That makes sense, Carbon. I tried Drop and Drop Comfrey first time this year. It might have, yeah, it's been off more than I could chew. The tomatoes are, but that's okay. And I do the chop and drop too with my comfrey. Actually, I'm planning on doing more of it because I was having a conversation not too long ago on Broke's channel, and I was like, in the my beds that are 2 feet deep, where I've harvested the cabbage or whatnot, and I was like, I need to feed those beds, and I was like, oh wait a minute, I could just cut up some of my comfrey, chop up some of my comfrey and mix it up in there because there's nothing growing there right now where the cabbages were. Just let it break down. And did. And did. So keep doing that. I watched a documentary on chicken houses and still won't touch a chicken to this day. I don't want to see it. Just that visual that I saw with my own eyes driving to Tia to I'm not even sure if I might have still been in Ohio at that point, not even crossed over into Indiana. However, I don't like it. And I was just seeing it passing by, mind you, and it disturbed me that much. I was passing by, so it wasn't even like I got a good look. I got a good enough look, but I didn't get a good look. Now I probably feel like you, Tag. Seriously. Jess, are you saying you've been trying to get in contact with David? David, did you see Jess? Oh, yeah, he did. I guess I need to stay out of y'all conversation. You hit the nail on the head. Yep, contaminated water. I have been able to use more of my own fertilizer, and now I have chickens giving me eggs. Nice. Listening while you cleaning tea. All right, sis. David, don't come for Carbon. You better leave her alone. Don't be yelling at her. All caps and no windows, broken chicken legs, dead chicken. Oh, child, you didn't have to give me the. You didn't have to break it. I didn't need it, but I believe it. I believe it. On another note, who knows what the government is spraying in air? Facts. A garden might not be as safe as you think. That's no factual, and not even just spraying in the air. We also know that what you do in the soil, just because it ain't done directly in my yard, it still affects. If it's done in this block, it can affect my soil. So there's that too. I bet they're doing the turkey. Oh, absolutely, veggie. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all about demand. They don't care. They just want to get it out there. So they fatten those chickens up with hormones or whatever they need to get them fatten up as quick as they can. They're all piled up in there. Do you know people who have the people in the chat who have chickens? You know that one chicken can get sick. And what you usually will do is separate that chicken from the rest of the chickens. Why do we do that, family? Because we don't want the other chickens to get affected with whatever is going on with the chicken that's not acting its normal way. So we don't introduce that chicken back until we know it's good. Or we may not. Who knows? But if we know something is off with one of the chicken in the flock, it's separated from the other chickens. And they check their chickens to look for certain things, little pasty button, all those things. Like there's things that people who own chickens know to look for. You think them people who just putting hundreds and hundreds of chickens into a barn just to be able to be at the end of it sell care? Nope. Nope. And don't. So they absolutely, and it's not just poultry, they doing probably beef the same way, seafood. Ain't no telling what they doing, y'all. Seriously. Seriously. Nikki, happy Sunday, sis. What up, bro? Hey, Take Money, happy Sunday. What'd you say, GT? Oh, indoor crew. Blocking out the sun, natural. Okay, there, Carvin. Mm-hmm. It is greed. It is. They say that's what it really use. They say that's what they really use recycled aluminum for. Hey, Donzel, happy Sunday. That disease right there, too many together. Yep. But you know they not separating them, David. They ain't even noticing that they're sick. Like Tag said, they did a documentary. They had deceased ones amongst them, and you know how chickens are. Like they'll eat their own when they're gone. They will eat them. Now, whatever they child don't even. Just saying. That's why I keep my budget guns away from my 2011s. I don't want them to be infected. You're a jerk. You are a jerk. Help Save the Planet has a different meaning to them. Facts. It becomes a poop coop. Yep. I check on my chickens every day. Most people do. Like, y'all know, Besha Journey is a very good friend of mine. She has chickens, so that's why I know the way people are with their chickens. David Corey, I talk to David quite a bit. Not, but me and David we catch up and stuff like that. When I have garden questions, he's one of my go tos. I have several, but don't. He's one of them. And he's same way with his shit. He's always out there. Y'all see in his shorts and his videos. He's always in his yard. He's noticing if one of his chickens ain't doing what the chicken's supposed to be doing. So the people who I know that have chickens, I know that they're watching for those type of things, like when the behaviors are off. You'll watch for, to make sure your chickens are okay. And that if one is not, let me separate that one till I figure out what's going on with that one so that whatever's going on with it doesn't affect my other chickens. I mean, don't we do that with our kids? When it's cold and flu season and we notice that one kid is not, we separating that kid from everybody else so we can hopefully not take the whole house down because one person got sick. Typically, the person that's caring for them probably gonna get sick too, but that's two people. You still got the rest of the house that could be away from everybody else and be okay. We do the same thing. That's what you do with the animals too. When you notice something is off with one of them, separate them for the rest until we figure out what's going on. Just saying. I don't know why that don't make sense. It do to me. David, don't laugh at him. He's a jerk. You can smell the chicken farm being before seeing it. You can't. I don't think you should be able to, though. What's your thoughts on that? But I agree because that's how I knew. I smelt it before I saw it. The one that I passed by. But should I had, and so strongly, I'm sure they smell it to some extent, but should I have? It must be warm over there. It is. It was, well, it's not as warm today. It's warm. Last week, we were in the hundreds. Today, it was in like about mid 80s. But yes, don't you see how dark I done got? Tanned up. Tan. It is. It's warm. They throw sick and slow chickens on the shelf. Blech. I'm hot, not warm. And if y'all had been here a couple weeks ago, I disclosed that I think that I'm in that peri. I keep saying think because I don't want to accept it. I'm dealing with some perimenopause. Okay. I just want to fight me in. If you hate me, just say that. I avoid chaos in no natural way. Every bird should be the same. I need you, New York. First of all, I needed that to be in all caps. I needed you to yell that because no way the people in the back heard it. Let me make sure they hear it because you need to speak up, sir. Because that part, because that, and that ain't just there. Every place you go to, I don't know what all states have a Church's Chicken, but I know we do. We only have, I think, two left in our city. However, comma, grew up with all those things. But when you went to Church's Chicken, the chicken was exactly the same every single time. And really, the distinctive two pieces that were the ones that really stick out is the white meat, the breast and the wing. The breast didn't have much meat on it, and the wing, somehow the way they cut it or something made the wing have more meat on it. So it was always like that. And it wasn't until I wasn't even it wasn't a young adult. I was actually adult when things like that started sticking in my head. Like even going to somewhere like McDonald's and stuff, it's like, how does it taste exactly the same every single time? I don't care if you have the recipe. It that is just not normal. It just isn't because first of all, we're humans. We're the people who are putting together said recipe. And you mean to tell me that you think that every single time I'm going to do exactly the thing that you say? I'm not going to eyeball it one time. I'm not going to say, you know what, last time I thought it was just too much of this thing. They don't know what they talking about. I'm going to do da da da. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you go to a sit down restaurant and you order something, maybe you order a steak or grilled chicken or fish, whatever, typically there's times that you're like, oh, they did their thing. And then there's times that you're like, it didn't hit today. I'm good. That's because we're human. And it's not going to always turn out to perfection. How is it that it's like it's a robot, but it's not, and that's why it don't make sense that it tastes the same every time you get it. That's weird. That is so weird. There is nothing I cook that's going to be exactly the same. Can I hit that same taste more than once? Absolutely. But with like the if I make spaghetti 20 times, I am not going to it's not going to taste exactly the same 20 times. It's just not. If I fry chicken 20 times, it's not going to taste the same every single time. First of all, sometimes I decide to switch up the seasonings. I know that. That's just who I am as a person. This time I wanted to have this type of more of a flavor of this than this. I no. So how? Just tell me how. Because that's what I don't know. Is how. I'm just saying. You do the Precious got chickens, you check your chickens daily. Smaller farmers are going to make money, give it a few more weeks. Maybe I'm gonna say maybe because I have some closer insight for my area on some um, farming practices, and it was that I've been something interesting. That's what I'm gonna say interesting. So don't think because they small farmers that they ain't cutting corners either. That's all I'm gonna say. 'Cause some of them are not. All of them, no, probably not even the majority. But it only take a few bad ones to f everything up for everybody else. KFC meat be big, legs be small. And that's why I never got 54 degrees there. It's chilly there, GT. I never got into the big wings. Mm-mm. No, because I grew up with aunties and my mom and grandmothers who at times would buy the whole chicken because it was cheaper and break that chicken down. So you know what them pieces are supposed to. I don't like it. Hey LGG, happy Sunday. Back in the days when they had slaughterhouses in Chicago, I would smell this pig slaughterhouse. You know what? That I used to have a meat store that I would go to. It was I think they were German Baptist. But one thing, first of all, the first time I went there, the meat was more expensive. Let's just say that it was a butcher. The meat was more expensive, but it was they advertised it as being, organically raised, no, this, no that, all those things. But one thing I could say, the first time I went there, my friend's grandmother was the one who told me about it. I cooked that chicken and I was like, this is what I remember as a young girl when chicken was being cooked in my mom's house. When when I would buy chicken at the grocery store, I would want to eat it because when I cooked it, it smelled like there was a smell to it as it was cooking. Chicken, I'm like, I ain't never known chicken to have a smell to it. Like it was a weird smell. And I was like, why does it have a smell like that to it? Beef started doing the same thing. So I used to go there. I was like, it's worth the extra money to me. It's worth the extra what I have to pay per pound for that thing. At the time, they didn't make it through COVID, which is why I don't go there anymore. COVID kind of just messed up their business and they ended up shutting down. But before then, I would go there and maybe I would buy chicken wings, let's say. And I was paying like $2.99 a pound for chicken wings. When I could have easily went, I don't know why it's doing this again. I could have easily went to the grocery store and got chicken wings for 99 cents a pound. And that's exactly what the difference was. So I was paying $2 more a pound because it was better quality. Like they were raising that meat properly. And their beef was the same way. There was no weird smell as it cooked. There was no weird taste to it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm different, but I be tasting weirdness to like a lot of meat. And that's why I can do vegan dishes at times because I will get sick of messing with the different options out there for me because it be not right to me. And when I find a place that I feel like sells quality, I will keep patronizing them. And that's just who I am as a person. Oh, Gina, Martin voice. With welcome to the Perry party, man. Listen, built like done. Don't entertain them. They are ridiculous. Um, you right on time, LGG. Don't talk about Perry. Listen, Danielle, and listen. You see, I say I might be. I still want to be in denial, but I don't really have like a lot of like I don't have consistency, I should say, and I'm not asking for it, Lord. I'm not asking for it, but I don't have consistency of things. Like last night, I went through the hot. I mean, I was hot a few times last night, but not like I don't sweat. I'm not having night sweats, but I'll get hot and then I pull the cover off of me. I end up turning my fan on. So I've been having like a fan that will blow right on me at night. It's just a thing. Yeah. I definitely find myself being more emotional sometimes. And I don't like that because I'm a G. G is not just Regina. But yeah, I don't like when I go through it. Can I eat church's chicken larger than me? That part. I stopped eating out at those chicken spots. Yes. And now we have a lot of those side ones that are at one point it was like the Indians were running most of them. And now I've noticed that there's more Africans running them now. But they're like they almost trying to chain them in my city, but like the sharks and stuff. I don't know if y'all have those, but basically, I remember the first time I went there to try them. This was crazy amount of years ago because I wasn't even living in the house I live in now, and I've been here over 15 years. But I went there, and basically they fry your chicken, and then they put it in a container, and they have a shaker, and they shake this. It's like a salt or something over it, and I'm like, oh, and so I tried it, and I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. Did I say absolutely? Because what I meant was absolutely not. Fill in the blank. Because what? And I'm like, and I know so many people who like it, and I'd be like, what are they? Why are they having to sprinkle that on there? What they disguising for y'all not to? If y'all don't leave me alone, y'all. I hope I'm talking to somebody and y'all stop going to them little spots. Because what? Ugh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. One and done for me. Mm-mm. I don't like it. I don't like it. The governments are attacking citizens in so many ways. Facts. What are they hiding from us? Everything, girl. That's what they hiding. Everything. None of it's real meat. I'm just gonna keep going, precious. Have you ever bitten into something and it didn't seem like what you remember it to? I'm just gonna keep going. Natural, a slight difference. Just look in the mirror. Mm. Okay. Okay. What you put down? I'm picking up what you put down. First of all, how do you know how to spell that, David? Let's start there. Church. I'm done. I'm done. I don't even honestly. I don't know what their chicken looks like anymore because I haven't because it stopped being good a long, 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 long time ago for me. So tastes the same, which is why. Yep. Make my own. That's why I told y'all this year I concentrated on Earthlight, which they are being a little funky, but that's okay. I keep on dropping them seeds. I got some that's popping up just fine, and some that's like, they keep turning food into science experiments. That part. As it has been. David said food can be used as warfare. It has been. It absolutely has been. Because guess what? There's going to always be some people who have access, which causes the people who don't have access to what? Okay. Just saying. Control the food, you control the people. That part. We are cooked. Yeah. That's why, have a plan. Have a plan to the plan, to the plan, to the plan. Just have a plan. I was just talking to a friend this weekend, and I'm like, first of all, and this had nothing to do with what's going on with that, the parasite or anything, but I'm like, I I typically will go out and pick up something to eat on my lunch break when I'm the days I go to work. And I'm like, I have a freezer. Y'all know I have an upright freezer. If you don't, I do. I have an upright freezer in my basement. I don't think I've shown it in video in years, but I do. Maybe one day I will. Stocked, and I'm not exaggerating. I have it stocked with meat. I have fish. I have salmon. I have chicken. I have beef. I have stuff, and then I have a refrigerator in the basement as well, and that freezer has stuff, and it probably has probably half of that is meat, and then there's some other things in there. And then I have my fridge upstairs in the kitchen, and it's stocked. So there's no reason for me not to cook my own stuff, to have my own meals during the week, which is what I did today. But usually the reason why it doesn't happen is just it's convenient to just stop and get something. I'm like, convenience is what kills us. Convenience is going to be the death of us. It is. First the EBT, then the prices. Yep. Now the source. Ooh. Ooh. Jovan. It was real meat, and now it's 3D printed. Say that. I work food service 99 to 20. Yep. Off and on. Hey Chanel, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Carbon is funny. You say that. That's what they're saying about the seeds and making everything seedless. So another thing about the seeds too, y'all. Because I saw, so first of all, you ain't a member at Broke Farmers channel. He did a $50 giveaway today. Yeah, I will let a giveaway slide a lot of times. Like if it was seeds, I'll let that slide. I need more seeds like I need a hole in my head. Just don't. And I don't buy seeds. I be on here like, hey, I'm trying to grow this. Somebody got some seeds? Can I get a few seeds? Send me some seeds. Please, please, please. That's what I'm gonna do. Because why are we still buying seeds? Especially if you part of this community. And Broke, I heard you talk about buying some. But anyway, he did a $50 giveaway. And he was like, think about how many seeds you can get. And I think MI Gardener's having a sale on seeds, whatever. Broke, you mentioned 3 seeds that you need. The one you didn't know for sure what it was, but it was some salad that your wife likes, but you didn't remember the exact salad, so you didn't mention the exact name. The other 2 seeds you mentioned, I have. So if you would like those seeds, hit your girl up. Why are you buying seeds? Why? Like in this community, I hope that if you are growing things, you are harvesting your seeds. Because what? And if you don't know how to, because there are some things, tomatoes for one, that are a little more difficult to harvest seeds from, because when you open a tomato, it's got that jelliness to it where the seeds are. It's not hard, but most people, I know I didn't, so I'm not judging. I didn't know how to harvest tomato seeds until a few years ago. I said it to Best Journey. because it was some tomato. My favorite one, the Jubilee, Golden Jubilee. I was like, I want to keep some seeds for it because I want to grow this again. It was way better than I thought it would be. It was my first time growing them. And she was like, well, save the seeds. And I was like, I don't know how to with tomatoes. Like, it's always that jelliness, and I don't know how to separate out. Just don't bother with it. She told me how to do it. I'm going to tell y'all right now for the easiest way, but you can watch somebody do it if you need a visual. All you do is put that jelliness and a seed in a jar with water. Actually, I'm about to show y'all one because it has some seeds in it. It's not tomato, but they're small like tomatoes. Y'all see those seeds down in there? And then after a few days, the seeds will be at the bottom, and then the jelliness will be at the top of your jar, and then you could just separate the two. And then you just dry out your tomato seeds on something, paper towel or something, and then make sure they're good and dried out before you store them up. I am growing Golden Jubilees this year. There's a plant in the garden. It was in my garden tour. That came from seeds that I harvested from seeds from the Jubilee I grew 2 years ago. Okay? Harvest your seeds. Peppers are easier. Peppers are very easy. Squash, watermelon, any melon, anything in the squash family that has those big seeds, you can't mess with them. They're big. They're easy to harvest. Harvest your seeds. Why are we buying seeds? Unless we want to grow something different, which is usually when I come on here begging for seeds, because I want to grow something different. When I wanted to grow a small eggplant, the Rosa Bianca, I reached out to the community, and my girl Veggie Farmer sent me some seeds. I grew them last year. I'm growing them this year. So I'm about to throw this print. It won't turn off either. It's telling me to turn it off. I don't know what it's doing, y'all. I keep hearing it go off, and it's saying on the screen, turn it off. It didn't turn off when I pushed the button. Anyway, harvest your seed. Bottom line. And if you need a seed, ask. Like, don't be too proud to just say in the chat of a garden community, especially say if you're over at Brooks, you're a member. Everybody in there is a member. Not that every life he does is member, but 90% of them are these days. You're a member. Hey, I was wanting to grow XYZ, but I don't want to have to buy. I'm transparent with mine. I don't want to buy seeds. For why? When my friends have seeds, they've grown the thing, so they know the seeds are good, and they send me seeds. Why are we willy-nilly buying seeds? We don't know what we're getting. Asking for a friend. I can't tell y'all what to do. It's definitely worth extra money. That's why I'm going, butchers and farmers for meat now. And then you still got to be careful with that sometimes too, because all of them aren't humane and what's there. Another thing I was going to say, actually, I just thought about the place, the butcher I went to. When I walked in there, I didn't smell nothing but clean air. And I swear, Folo, I've been in places. I've been in meat markets where you walk in and the smell is a little, and the thought in your mind is, oh, this is probably from butchering, whatever, to put it out in the casing. Nah, because they butchered where I went and you did not. So what are we doing? No. Nope. So here now I'm picky. Hey Chris, happy Sunday. Oh, thank you. He said you can win a beauty contest. Chris, you are too nice to me. Right. They ain't even got no meat on them. That's facts, Carbon. I'm still trying to figure out why my mama turkey legs. Mississippi white meat. Interesting. Did you ask mom? Because mom will probably be wondering too and just like, whatever. Have you seen the video on Dunkin' Donuts? I haven't. I don't want to. Dunkin'. Oh yeah. I'm like, where? What is Dunkin'? I had to think like, well, wait a minute, Dunkin'. What is that? I know it. I know what it is. I do. I used to go there and get coffee every now and again, but now I don't bother with nobody's coffee either. I don't have the oh, hi Myron. Happy Sunday. You sure did. You made it. Don't forget about the free food bank. That's a good place to take some of your extra veggies. Like a church food bank or something. Hey Angela. Girl, you on time. You on time. uh, y'all, let me catch up. Like it be looking like I'm caught up and then it jump again. Hey Dave, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So for someone, and I've talked about this, wash chicken with lime, salt, and a little vinegar first. Yep. And sometimes I've heard stories about some of the stuff they do, like when the meat is fat, for you not to know, and I just don't want to talk about it. I had to come back from the bushes to say I love the chicken crack. Ugh. Are you talking about the those places that put like the little salt stuff on? Is that what you're talking about? No, ma'am. No. Mm-mm. 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 Did I say no? Because what I meant to say is mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hush, David. Talk about he went to school. That's how he know how to spell it. Hold on, yeah. Hold on, yeah. Sorry. Oh Lord. That just made me think about something else that I might get on my soapbox about. I'm gonna wait. It ain't got nothing to do with this. We haven't had real meat since the sheep dolly and the look. I can't. Okay, Precious. I need you, girl. Look, girl. Growing her food. If only I could just get 33. Who is 30? Oh, is that Erica? I'm like, who is 33? Um, that's okay. You know how to do it though, sis. And you know what Carbon also know? If she needs some seeds to hit me up. Mm-hmm. She know. It's several people. Um, Actually not even just in this space. I don't care what space they're in. First of all, we're not none of us are one dimensional. So yeah, your channel may be a garden channel. Your channel might be about cars. Your channel might be about firearms. Your channel might be just about prepping only. But we all like have other things that we might do in our life. There's a lot of 2A people who also garden. Just like there's a lot of gardeners who are also 2A. Now y'all get to meet up here and hang out because there's a lot of y'all in the chat. There's a lot of people in the chat who are both. And then some. Seriously. We just don't know it because that's not what we're talking about on our platforms. And that's why I talk about everything. Because, you know, when you go to a gardener's page, that's what you're going to talk about, the gardening, period. Because they're a gardening channel. And when you go to a 2A page, you're going to talk about guns because they are a firearms channel. So it's hard to find out unless they just happen to share it that they do other things. Like maybe they also can and they garden. And then when you find out, you're like, oh, you can and garden? I do too. It's just, you know, I'm just saying. She is not in Texas. Quit trying to push up on my girl, David. Larry been alive this morning on harvesting seeds. I saw it. I was there. You were harvesting. It was a flower. Wasn't that a flower? I'm trying to think of what it was. It was I saw it. I felt like that was a flower or an herb. I can't remember the name of it though. I think it was a flower. Nonetheless, synced it. I actually have been watching a lot of y'all content, but I'm watching it on the TV, so it just plays it back to back to back. And then I'm not saying anything on the I'm not commenting because you can't, because I'm watching on TV. And then what I try to do is go back and comment later. And then today it just got away from me. So just so y'all know, I'll be watching. I could thumbs up, but I can't comment. Facts, Jess. She said, I agree. We can share it, and we can. People hit me up all the time. Just know. Some of y'all in the chat, and it ain't nobody's business that y'all hit me up, but y'all do, and y'all can. It don't bother me none. Because if I got it, I'm going to send it. If I ain't got it, I'm like, girl, I ain't got it. Or, damn, I ain't got it. You know, or whatever. But if I got it, I'm like, oh, I got you. And I ship it out. Point blank, period. People email me. People DM me. And if they got my number, they probably going to hit me up direct. But people do reach out to me when they're looking for a certain seed. And if I have it, I'm gonna send it, because guess what? If all I need is enough seeds to grow it again, I'm harvesting my seeds. I am harvesting my seeds. So, you know, every time I catch up, I think at least I think I do. The seed membrane, yeah. It is any idea that I have is a great idea, David. What are we talking about? No, but I'm here for that. Shoot, David, y'all, the year Watermelon Wars started, David had sent me seeds, but this was before Watermelon Wars started. So if he was like, had he known it was coming, he wouldn't have sent them. But he sent me I don't know, 4 varieties or so of watermelon, 4 or 5. Like good. Some of them were not watermelon that were going to grow very big. Carolina Cross was one of the seeds that he sent me, though. This was before, well, right when people started finding out about Carolina Cross. So I'm sure there was people who knew, but in our community, I would say David probably was one of the first that was talking about had a Carolina. He wasn't talking about it, but he had it. And then people were trying to get their hands on it, and I felt like, I was that person because I had it. But I had got seeds from him back forever ago. And when if he ever needed a seed and asked, I'm going to send it. I used to barter with Pepper Rookie, and we would send seeds back and forth. Not seeds. Sometimes it'd be seeds, but we barter for other stuff too. Because I made them jellies. So he would be like, hey, I send you one of my hot sauce if you send me a jelly, because he makes his own hot sauce. But yeah, like, and sometimes it ain't even a bartering thing. Sometimes it's just I'll ask for something. I mean, it's so many of y'all in the chat. Y'all know when y'all done sent me something. It's so many of y'all. Thank you for the mullein seeds. Did they come up? I have mullein growing in two places right now in my yard. I mean, in my garden. I'm excited. I just subscribed to your channel. Oh, um, hey Sylvia, where you been, sis? Happy Sunday. Um, okay, I'm not that far behind. Thank you for that, Sunshine. I think you put the time in the chat of where you when you put it in. I'm a few minutes behind. No on the chicken crack. I'm done with y'all. What the heck? Is it called? Mm-mm. Is it? It's like some salt MSG. No, don't want it. I don't want it. Like, why are we doing that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That was a turn off for me. Love my seeds. I know. Now we all know we got at least I know three of y'all off the top of my head immediately come to my brain when it comes to having buying seeds. Why y'all still be buying them just beyond me. But GT, oh, but anyway, I'm gonna go with the three I was thinking. GT, Mike's Chaotic, and Shirley OG. Miss Shirley OG. Mama Shirley is what I call it. Why y'all? I'm gonna let y'all have it, but why? Why? If it ain't something unique that nobody else would ever have, and for one, why? We only grow so much stuff. Like I remember I used to buy a whole bunch of seeds, and I was like, I'm not growing this stuff. Like I'm not gonna like when I try to narrow down which squashes I want to grow. It's always a certain one that just never makes the cut because I have some that are my favorite and I don't want to not have them. So it's just, tomatoes are the same thing. They're I know what my favorites are, and if I don't have room to just be randomly having tomatoes out there, they don't make the cut. And now I have them seeds for 50 years, 40 days and 40 nights. Let's stop. We have to stop collecting things for the point of just collecting it. At that point, we're just hoarding. Just flowers and Ethiopian kale. I don't think I saw the kale. How was the Ethiopian kale? I have not had that one. I think your soil is great, David. Gotta get some eggs. Go get them eggs, girl. Carbon, I can't chat to you anymore. Somebody hates. I hate you. I'll take a money tree seed. I got money tree seeds. Now it's gonna get you one of these. This is a money tree, by the way. That's what actually, why is my window? Oh, baby. Mommy, sorry, I don't know how I did that. I done closed the I think I was doing a video and the light was causing an issue. But we had to fix that because my plant ain't had light all day. But I got seeds for one of them. Just saying. He does make great hot sauce. He just started making cowboy candy. He sent me some too. I haven't tried it yet. His cowboy candy, the way it looks in the jar, I haven't even opened the jar, but the way it looks in the jar, it looks more like a spread. I was like, so I hit him up. I was like, is this jam? He said, no, cowboy candy. I'm like, I haven't opened it up. It looks good though. And then he said he didn't use very because I was like, it looked hot. He said, no, he told me what pepper he used. It wasn't a really, really hot one. I forget what it was. Has seeds $1. Nope. I ain't getting none, J3. None for me. Ooh, guess where I'm at? Caught up. One that grows 50s. You want one that grows 50s? Or you could just have one of these beauties. Let's see. There she is. Yeah, I was in Sims today. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to there we go. Turn up my ring light that's on my thing because I just noticed when I went to touch it, it wasn't all the way up. Um, hey, Urban, backyard garden, container garden. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Um, he may have diced up the peppers. Yes. Um, I saw some more, not money plants, but I saw some more plants there, but they weren't ready to be rescued. They wanted regular price. I was walking back in the house when I heard you read my eight. That well, I'm caught up now, Precious. I was behind, girl. I was behind. But yeah, so seriously, guys, um, I have even done content on how if you don't have the space, or guess what, you don't have the time to really concentrate on growing too many things, how you can use one container to grow several things. And at least, like, especially if it's something that you kind of eat on a regular, a lot of people who, if you cook, a lot of people cook with onions, peppers, celery, carrots, things like that on a regular. Like, if you need a plan, let's just talk about it. This is a safe space, new season, or the OGs for us all to talk. Because guess what? I don't know all the things, and I'm quick to tell you when I don't know something. And I'd be like, you know what? That ain't my thing. But guess what? I watch so many of y'all. I know who think it might be more so of. If somebody was like, Judy, you think you can grow okra or corn in the green stuff? I ain't never done it, but I've seen Unique doing it. So maybe you want to hit her up and ask her how that went. Cause I don't, that ain't my thing, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, because we got okra in there right now, by the way. But I'm gonna try it. But I'm gonna send them to somebody who may do that. They ask about citrus. I'm like, you know what? I know somebody who loves citrus. I don't know if he have all the answers, but Broke be doing his research when it comes to them citrus. Go on, go ask him. He can probably help you with that. Also, if it's those figs, I'm gonna send them to T-Nog or Broke or somebody. Blueberries, go to growing out the box. Like, I see who's doing, certain things. I'm just saying. Pomegranate, I'm probably gonna be like, y'all might want to holler at Precious because she done grew some pomegranate, maybe a couple different varieties, by the way. Like, I know who's doing certain things. And when I have questions, I hit up people for certain things. When I wanted to know about that ginger and turmeric that I didn't follow the instructions I was given on, I hit up David. David told me exactly what to do, the correct way. And I didn't listen because I wanted to prove that I could do it a different way, only to find out that I needed to follow what he told me to do. But that's not the point. I can help if I know someone, direct you to somebody who can answer the question. You got a canon question? I'm gonna have you hit up my girl TT. Like, I can answer some basic. I can answer probably quite a bit of canning questions, but I am not an expert. That's TT. So that's right. Use your resources. And I do that in life. Like, I know a person for the things that I need to get done. I need somebody to paint my kitchen at this moment. I already got the person in mind because I have a person. When I needed my door replaced from the house to the garage, I had him come do that. When I wanted my greenhouse put together, I reached out and he did that. When I needed new fence, I reached out to another person and they gave me a number to this person that did my fence. Like, use your resources. There's always a person that knows a person, and you should have a friend like that. I have a friend here. I feel like she knows a person for everything. So when I need something, I'm like, hey girl, you know somebody who does blah blah blah. Oh, I sure do. Let me send you their number every single time. And she calls herself an introvert. I'm like, why do you know so many people then? But anyway, that part. You have budget. I know we've talked about that, GT. Do we need to have a budget live? Is that what you're telling me, fam? Because we can. We could do a budget live, not today, but we could do a budget live and talk about it. Because you ain't alone. So we can definitely do that. And I trust me, it's been some people who hit me up from them budget lives when they make some milestones, and I be so happy for them. They're like, girl, you be so proud of me. I paid this to this off, and I don't have that no more. And now we building up our savings, and I love it because guess what? That was me. I'm not talking about the things because I'm the expert at the things. I'm talking about things because I've lived through them. I like to share the things that I've learned through living. That's what it is. Oh, precious. Yes. You didn't have to tell anybody though. They don't need to know that. You can just tell me. Oh, I'm gonna be so excited because you grow the sweet varieties, and that makes my heart. I still have some in my freezer from last year that I got from Jay because I just he sent me so many. I was like, I couldn't eat them fast enough, so I put them. I got all of the seeds out of there and froze them. They were good though, and it was a sweet variety. I think he got it from the he did a video where he went to somebody's house. I think he got it from there. Um, the correct info for the tip. It was just that I had to wait for this. So me and you are in similar weather situations, Jovi. So the thing I did, and I did a video, so it was fully for the whole world to see me crash and burn. I literally hung up the phone with him, set my camera up, and went and did what he told me not to do. I think I hit him up in like, I don't know, maybe April of that year, March or April. In Ohio, we ain't out of the woods until we get to May. In March, I have had feet of snow in March in Ohio. Still traumatized, could tell you the year and everything because it was very traumatic for me because it was right at my birthday weekend. But I digress. We moving on. He said, G, you're gonna need to wait until it gets warm there because ginger and turmeric don't like the cold at all. So you need to wait till it warm up before you put it out. Until before you put it out to grow it. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, thanks, Pam. That's what I needed to know. I just wanted to know what I need to do to grow the turmeric. Da, 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 da. All right, I'm gonna holler at you. Hang up. Set up the camera. Hey guys, it's Gina. I'm about to, plant this turmeric and ginger. I actually just talked to David Corey and he told me to wait until it got warmer, but I'm going to see if it'll still grow with it being cold in Ohio. Now, the day I planted it, it was a nice day in Ohio, but I knew it wasn't done being cold. And I was like, I think it can make it because I grow potatoes. I could plant potatoes in March and they will still grow. When I tell you those things was, don't do it. So, Jovan, the right way to do it is just to wait until you have passed your frost date. And then you want to plant it. I want to say you want to do like 4 inches of soil, stick them on top of it, cover it with I would say about 3 inches of soil because I did too much the first time and then it never broke through. And then you'll get you some ginger and turmeric. Same thing with the shampoo ginger, which is growing fine this year because I followed the rules. I did not follow rules the first time last year. So anybody who's trying to grow it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Literally, you just want to wait till your temps or your night temps probably don't go below 50, I would say, and you probably be okay. Don't do what Gina did. And if you want to go back and see what Gina did, go do that because it was documented from the point of me doing it to the fail of it not, don't do this again. We learned something. And that's what I told you. I try to share through what I've lived. And I lived messing up some ginger and turmeric. So here we are. I think it's time to harvest my Edos. Edos. Have you had Edos? And David, you were supposed to tell me what you thought about them, and you never did. I don't know if you did a video, but I didn't see anything about you sharing what your thoughts were when you ate them. To a fire, garden is fire. When I started my channel and gardening, I didn't know much. This community is amazing. Correct. I agree. And very helpful. Yes. And most people are when they are knowledgeable about something, they don't mind sharing it. Is that tree from seed? It is not. So I got that at Sam's for $10. It was literally clearance down to $10 because she was on life support. And I saw life in her. So I brought her home, and like the first live that I did when she was behind me, she had lost all her leaves. They had just shriveled up. The ones that hadn't fallen off of her yet were dried up and shriveled up. They were going to fall off. I still believed in her. I was like, I still see life in her. And I literally do nothing. She's just by a window that gives her light. I water her. And she went from no leaves to fully everywhere. Yeah, I did that. Just saying. Since 2A and LA want to talk about how I grow things, he want to always bring up some watermelon. He don't even know what he's talking about. Why don't you go back and watch all my old content? He's got something to say. It's on site. But yeah, I need a budget live. I'm over here pinching pennies. Hey, Miss Maria, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Um, look, I'm not even reading your business. David, whenever I see you say a person's name, I keep going. Somebody bought me a bucket of turmeric. They dug up, and I need to get bigger before September. Same here. My microclimate aren't safe. So, also, I think they take, David, you're going to have to tell me if I'm wrong on this because I don't remember, or somebody who knows. But I want to say they need 9 months. So, even with that, you'll probably need to take them into your greenhouse once it gets cooler. But I went ahead and harvested mine. I just have very small ginger and turmeric. But somebody confirm that. And let Imperfect Creations know. Oh, I see that David already addressed it. My bad. Mine didn't taste good, but I know they're good. Okay. Off topic, these kids left the house, gone to the movies. I just cooked this good food. Back outside, dropping some potatoes, get them potatoes in the ground. I'm going to be dropping potatoes until my last set. I'll probably drop August, somewhere between August and September. Yeah. And I'm going to be sharing with y'all what those are because they are going to be different varieties than I've ever grown. But they dead wrong for that. So I can come get my smothered pork chops. Is that what you just, I feel like they didn't appreciate the work you put in. So you should be people who appreciate that. Well, Sylvia, you might like it though, because like you said, he doesn't cook. I know that's right. Don't let that good food go to waste. YouTube wasn't invented the last time you had. Oh, mm, they need time. Precious said yes, they need time. See, I figured 8 months, 8 to 10 months. Okay, I knew it was quite a while. I couldn't remember for sure. Um, it's just like sorrel. So for me, I already know like it's gonna be iffy situation for me. So what I usually do if I want to grow some roselle, I'll start it in the house in like January or so. That way it gets some months of growing. I'll do it under grow light. I will up pot it and everything in house. It starts and stays in house, and after it goes outside, it's outside. Y'all know me. I'm not bringing outside stuff inside. Excuse me. So it's the same way for that for me. I have not started ginger or turmeric in my house ever, so but I guess you could. Hey, Kanisha, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Well, now I'm in your business again, David, because I didn't see Jess's question. All the mold got into my bucket and ate my potatoes. Oh, I'm so happy I don't deal with that. I have seen people harvest in ground potatoes and half of it is, oh my God, today. And I know they just be hungry, but good Lord. And for the record, y'all, this is just water if y'all wonder. It's just water. Your girl trying to stay hydrated. She's trying to be right in life, trying to get it together. Time to grow purple whole peas. I never had them. Come on, me and David. We both got a long way to come to get to you. Probably, I don't know, it might be equal for us from the directions we coming in one time for the purple whole peas. I never had them. What are they? Are they more of a bean? When like are they actually peas? Are they kind of something like a black eyed pea but purple whole peas? So when they call them peas, but they're like a bean. I don't. Y'all think I'm playing? No, I ain't never had them. Well, why? It's probably a southern thing. I'm growing ginger, but forgot to get turmeric. I will have to wait till next spring. That's fine. My first planting of purple whole peas. Hmm. Tell me more about these purple peas. And why is everybody growing them? What are they like? Let them dry in the shell. Yes, similar to black eyed peas. What they taste like though? Because I don't like black eyed peas. I love beans. I don't like black eyed peas. I'm more of a navy, great northern, black, pinto, red, all those. I don't like kidney beans either. I do like garbanza. There's several that I like. I like to drill holes in the side of my containers, about 2 inches up from the bottom to retain water. Gotcha. What do they? I feel like I should try them. I feel like I should. Not for the South. No more. I was okay. You're not for the South. I'm not from the South. My dad was. It's him and his peoples. Pink eye, purple hole is my second planting. I don't like black eyed peas either. I haven't met a bean or pea I don't like. Really? Give me all the peas and beans. Most of them for me, yes. Only not I'm more savory, so I don't like a I shouldn't say that. I will eat baked beans, but I promise you it's more times that they will be in my presence that I won't. It's like very few and far between times that I will actually want a baked bean. Yeah. Man, I think maybe because people just make them too sweet. I don't know. Yeah. Guys, black eyes are basically the same, a little different flavor. Oh, in your opinion, they taste different than black eye? I'll try them. If you send me some Giovanna, I'll try them. Y'all, I got so many green beans in my garden this year because y'all thought I was playing. I need a year's supply of green beans canned up. I harvested some a little bit. It wasn't enough to can. It was enough to eat. And that was fine with me. I love the green, like I didn't realize I would like green beans that I grew that much. And that happens with pretty much anything you grow, you realize how much better it tastes. But when I tell you, that was just, yeah, it caught me by surprise. And I had eaten my homegrown green beans before, but I hadn't canned them for later consumption. And I was afraid that it was going to mess with the texture. It was going to be mushy. It was just like I had all this stuff in my head and they were perfect. Oh, they were so good. Where's a cream pea? Ooh, chills. Look, now I'm having chills. Mm-mm. Sorry, y'all. It's getting to my 2 hour mark. I looked at the clock too because I was like, why am I yawning? Oh, Kanisha. Y'all just have all the critters coming. All I get is a skunk that scares life out of me. Do you have a special recipe for canning your green beans? I prefer frozen, but the man wants them. That man wants them canned. I'm trying to keep a happy home. I know that's right. Um, so I want to say, let me go look and I'll put it in the chat if I did. I think I did a video and no, it was not anything special. It was very simple. I canned them in water. You could can them and that in your broth or anything that you would have, you could do that, but I just canned mine in water. Let me see if I can find it real quick and then I will post it in the chat. I'm pretty sure I did. I tried to do everything that I can. I tried to do a video for. Let's see. We got vinaigrette, chili, rose, potatoes. All right. Red beans. Okay, so let's go back this way because I just saw where I planted the green beans, and I'm like, so it ain't that way. Bu- 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 Maybe I didn't. So guess what? I'll send it to you, sis. Because I don't see it. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know YouTube did that. So basically, if somebody changes their channel name, it changes it on your tag. That's dope. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. My bad. I did not, but it's easy. It was just I didn't. You don't blanch them or anything. I just broke. I didn't even use an. I don't even think I used an. I think I did a. I'm gonna have to look because I feel like in my mind of me doing it, I remember when I was doing them, I feel like it was a video. Anyway, um, I just break off the ends and then I break it to the size that I want them, and then I just go through all the beans that way. You know, you clean them up and all that. We wash our veggies, but I just pack them into the jars, and then you put hot water over that, boiling hot water over that, your lids on it and everything. But I'll send it to you because I just used, I'm pretty sure I just used the ball book for canning it. And I keep saying I'm gonna put together a canning, like a class. I just haven't found the die. No, not the right way. So I know it's one in here, and like I said, I just did mine in water. Mm-mm-mm. I didn't know they had a dilly bean recipe in here. Hilarious. 166. Yeah. So I will send that to you. Y'all see my ball book is in pieces. I tell y'all I'll be using this mug. Look. I have to do what I have to do. So yeah. I will send that to you. Okay. Yeah, there are several of them. You might have the one that doesn't have that. Um, you can 32 pints of green beans. That's what, see, Sylvia, I needs that. When I tell y'all I haven't had a green bean in a while until was able to harvest some. I'm one of those people that I will refuse to buy. Because why would I want that stuff from the store? It's not right. It's not good. I want my green beans. So yeah. And this time I had literally just today I put some which ones are those? Is it the burgundy green beans or something called? What are them things called? Not called burgundy. I forget what they're called. Dragon tongue. That's what they're called. I call them burgundy. I just planted some of the dragon tongue green beans today. So yeah. I do too, Sylvia. I do too. You got 21 quarts, Angela? That's what I'm talking about. I can 19 jars of peach jam, 10 of really concentrated tomato sauce. Yeah, it's 52 pounds of tomatoes we grew in 2025. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got 21 more jars. Listen, I've cooked them several times and gave the rest to family and neighbors. I need the green beans stocked up in my pantry. I feel like collards, I'm gonna be cool. But I need some green beans. And the broccoli is that's I'm planning on stocking up on the fall crops. So I plan on dropping quite a bit of broccoli seeds. I want to fill up my entire new green stock with broccoli. So that blueberry green stock I got, I want to fill that up with broccoli plants. That's what I do, Angela. I freeze mine until I'm ready to. It ain't so much about the weather. It's just when I get ready, when I have the energy to do that much work. 19 jars of peach jam, that part. But I got some peach. Well, I have peach butter, and I think I got peach jam too. No, peach jelly. I don't have jam. I have peach jelly and I have peach butter. Hmm. That's what I have. I hear that thing going off again. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that one. That is my sublimation printer. So it's not my other printer, is right here, which is my regular printer. That's my sublimation printer, and I don't know what she's doing. Hey, Empress, how you doing? I'm here from Broke Farmers Club. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming over. I don't need to grow any collards. I have Ken and frozen collards. See, after this year, I probably won't next year because that's how this year is giving me that. Gina, y'all ready to start our store? That part we already got green beans and jam. Facts, facts. I just got my peach delivery. I thought about getting a box. I'm still on the fence, so we are. Usually every year I do, but I'm like, I really don't need it. I still got the peach caramel stuff, whatever, what was it called? That Homestead Heart salted caramel peaches. I still have those, some of them. And then I still have some peach jam. I still have peach butter. I have peach hot sauce, not hot sauce, peach salsa, and peach barbecue sauce. I'm not doing it this year. I might do a box next year though. Or my peach trees might produce enough for me not have to buy a box. How about that? Okay. Can you use cut up tomatoes for candy? Yes. 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 1000%. You can go and buy a can, those big cans from like Costco and stuff of the diced. No, they're not even diced, they're whole tomatoes, the aromas in the cans, and you can turn those into your own sauces. But if we're growing them, why not use what you're growing? But yes, to answer your question, yes. Why is Gina not be ready? Not be ready for what? See, that's me, Jovan. She said she froze them last year and just came to April. That's me. Because who are they bothering in my freezer? I did the same thing with the peaches. I didn't process my peaches until like the peach butter and stuff that I have. That came from peaches that I had in my freezer for who knows how long. Like when I got ready, I asked y'all what should I make. I didn't need them. I just wanted to eat some fresh. Yeah, I get that. We got peaches on our tree. Me too. Small but peaches. Same. Same. They are. They are water bath. Unless I can't remember if like if you're doing like just like peach halves or peach slices. I can't remember. But the peach most peach stuff because they do have natural pectin. Hold on real quick. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like salted caramel peaches are so good. They are. They are. And I still got some. Jellies and jams are water. Mm-hmm. Yep. Jellies and jams are water. The only thing that with yeah, this is the front of the name. This is what it should look like. The one that I have anyway. I have some other ones because my girl, I don't know if I should tell. But what my girl in the community, she sent me a whole box of canning books, herbal books, all kinds of stuff. I was like, girl. So yeah. Which ball canning book is that? You have the it's called The Guide to Preserving the Blue Book. Is that the one you have, Jovan? This is what it looks like. And I found it at Wally World a long time ago, as you can see, because it's falling apart. But that's because we use our bucks. I just saw green beans as soon as I opened that up. Sure did. I'll see it. um, have any? Well, I know some of y'all don't really get into canning like that, but have anybody thought about canning meat? Hey, one seed at a time. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Yeah, that's the book I used to see. Empress Herbal got that book. Empress Herbal, do you do content? And you one seed at a time, do you do anybody who's new in here tonight? If you do content, if you have an actual channel where you're doing content on it and you want us to come over there and check you out, because I can tell you I haven't been over there, and I'm sure other people in the chat may not be have been over there. If you type in GBG, like Gina versus Gina, so GB is in Victor, G, it will drop your channel in the chat, and that way we can come over and check you out. Canning is fun, David. Strawberry, blueberry fig. Is that a jam? Sylvia, is that a jam? I've thought about trying. I be eating my figs before I can make them into anything. But my brown turkey fig plant last year was loaded, but it put on late, so it got cold before they ripened. They've already putting on right now, so hopefully I get a huge one wop harvest, and then I can make me some fig jam, because I will. But I be usually just pulling them right off the plant and eating them. Figs are so freaking good. Crochet diamond pant travel garden zip line. You can chicken breast, thighs, and we'll still have some left. I've canned chicken before, but lately I've been really, one thing I tend to can more is beef, and I can it. I buy the roast, so I buy several roasts, and then I chunk it, cut it into chunks, and then pack those jars down. Actually, I did do a video on that last year, and can that, and then I have it whenever I want to make like beef and noodles, or just a quick like beef and something dish. The beef part doesn't have to go through the long. Y'all know how long a roast take to cook. Like, stop playing. So the cutting down of the time of that, because I've canned it. Yeah. And yeah, I see everybody is dropping their links. So if you are not following somebody who has dropped their link, check them out, because everybody has great content. They really do. Like, and something that Broke said today, and which is so true. So he has been on his, I don't know if I guess I should, because maybe then you come over there and try to see what's going on. But when he does member lives like almost every Sunday. He takes one Sunday off a month, I believe. And so here lately, maybe 3 or 4 weeks now, he has allowed someone to come up and show their garden live. And one thing he said today is it has not been one person who's shared their garden that he hasn't learned something from. Like, he hasn't seen something that he wants to do in his own garden from what they showed him in their garden. I absolutely agree. And I think the first person who we seen was Imperfect Creations, also known as Jovan. she went up. Then we had Psycho. And Psycho he might be in the bushes, but he was in here. He came in early. And he started doing something. Actually, I haven't seen it yet, so let me shut up. Anyway, he did a tour. I mean, they're doing this live stream. He did a tour of his garden. When I tell you, now his garden definitely was like, because he has a like an aquaponics situation outside. It was like, what? Like I've never seen that before. So that was like crazy to me. Um, and then Unique, Unique's garden, she did hers. And then today, GT Jr. grows in Alaska, did his work garden. So what he does for work allows for him also to, because he works with individuals, he is able to have a garden there for them, and it's actually good for them. It's therapeutic also for his clients. So it's a win-win. But he showed us that garden. So yeah, so that's something, and like I said, every one of them, there's something unique that they may be doing. GT is growing in Alaska. I don't know if you were in here when he told us what the temp was there at the time, but I think it was like 54 when he posted it. That's like the warmness for them, and they still figure out a way to grow food. Just saying. So we have Jovan in Virginia. We got Psycho, who's in Georgia. We got Unique, who's in Tennessee. And then we had GT, who's in Alaska. So there, and we have so many people from everywhere in this community. We have Canadians. What's the name used to pop in all the time? He's been so busy with work, so he hasn't been here for a while. But Rambo Greenhands, he's over in the UK. I mean, he's the reason I grow winter potatoes now, because he did a harvest in December in the UK, where they get real winters with snowing ish, just like we do in Ohio. And he was harvesting potatoes. I said, wait, I could grow potatoes into the winter? So, and this is the part that is dumb to me, that it didn't make sense that I would know that, because in Ohio, our last frost going into for the spring is like, they tell us not to plant anything outdoors, because that's not when our last frost is. But they tell us not to plant outdoors until after Mother's Day. I plant every single year and been doing this forever. My potatoes in March, and they always are fine. So that's just something that I have always done. So why I didn't think, because in March, we still go to double digit negatives. So why I didn't think that I could grow them also in the winter is beyond me, but I didn't even think about it. And then when he said it, I was like, wait, we're about to do that. So I do it now. I'm not new, but I love new subscribers. We were, yes, and she's not. Giovanna is not new, and definitely check out her setup, because she also has a very dope setup. And not only that, most of the thing, I ain't gonna even say most. I'm pretty sure just about probably 98% of the things that you're gonna see, she has built with her own hands. I'm just saying, don't play with her. I put some of the caramel flavor in it. I'm in love. I know that's right. Uh, you gonna make me go down there and get a jar and make me something. Stop. I'm trying to be right, and like, y'all won't let me be good. I want a canned chicken, but someone needs to. See, it's not bad. I can raw. Some people cook it first and then can it, but I can my meats raw. I can my veggies without cooking them first. I just don't. I always worry about it being overcooked, because the canning process is long for me. I like in the pint jars, I think it's an hour. in 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes, something like that. And then if it's quart size jars, it's more time for those. Um, so I don't want it mushy. I just want it cooked. So I always raw pack my meat into the jars and then I add water. I always pack them in water because I feel like yes, you can season. You can do that. You're more than welcome to do so. But I'm like, I'll just season it when I cook with it. It just, yeah. I think I might put salt in them. I think I do put salt in them, but that's it. And I use kosher salt when I do it. So yeah. I saw the video of you and you inspired me to try the chicken. See? I can chicken, I can all meat. I think I haven't done it yet, but I think I am gonna can salmon because we used to buy canned salmon to make our salmon cakes. I was talking to somebody, I was like, I ain't made a salmon cake in a long time. I am gonna say this though. I'm gonna preference it with this. If you have never made salmon cakes with fresh salmon, thank me later. Because it ain't it's oh I have to say if you want to do it right, you need to do it with fresh salmon instead of cooked salmon. And I might have a video. It's gonna be years old, though. I mean, like I don't know. I probably did like 6, 7 years ago. I've been on YouTube for a while, y'all. Y'all like 6, 7 years. I've been on here for a long time. I mean, I know I only look like I'm 20, but I've been on here for a while. But no, really, I've been on here for a while. So I think I did when I made them years ago. But if not, I'll probably do one more recent. But it stays very it's juicier. It doesn't you don't have that problem of it drying out. We put a lot of stuff in them salmon cakes to keep them from drying out. But you ain't got to worry about it with the fresh salmon as much. Just saying. At least I did, and it was amazing. The mosquitoes stay out of control. Thank you, LGG. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. I'm commenting from my phone, but I do not know how to respond to those who have said hello. Oh, okay. Do I have to be on the computer? You don't. There should be a comment button at the bottom of your chat that you see. Should be. Are you Android or iPhone though? Because I don't know what it looks like on the iPhone. Looking for the lipstick peppers. Do I have lipstick? Nope. I have what's the one that looks like a penis? I got that one. Somebody sent it to me and they wanted me to grow it. I think they were more shyer. They probably grow it, but they don't do content on it. And I was like, I'll grow it, but it just doesn't never make my lineup because again, I told y'all I'm very particular about what I provide space for to grow in my garden. Usually I have my favorites. My favorites are gonna make it first. And I wanted to can some hot sauce this year because I have like this much in my homemade hot sauce from a couple years ago. So I need to make a new batch. And so I'm growing like a crap ton of cayenne. So yeah. It didn't make the cut. I forget what it's called though. There is something else. That's right, Empress. There's something awesome for every channel. Facts. Just grow food any way you can. 100%. I was scared to try hydroponics, but now I can have tomatoes and peppers year round. Facts. Now it doesn't work for me. You used to live in Ohio, Empress. Shut up, David. Tell us where's Ohio. Making me blush. I love building. You done great. When I be impressed, girl. I ain't lying. I be like, every time you be like, oh yeah, I built that. What? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I want to eat like Jova, building all the things for the garden. Facts. Me too. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mm-mm. Candy salmon must go on your Andrew Peter pepper. That's what it's called. It's called the Peter pepper. Am I talking about lupa or squash? Who was I talking about? Neither. I don't even know what I was talking about, Precious, but I don't remember talking about either one of those things. I was talking about the Peter pepper that looks like a penis, hence the name Peter. It didn't come to my brain when I was trying to think of it. Blame it on Perry, but that's the one. The only thing I worry about is the time pressure. Can salmon 100 minutes for pints? Would it be mushy? I don't think it would, because that's always my worry as well. Um, so yeah, my beans and corn are coming up. Late. My corn is like I got my first round is knee high, but my one I put in more corn and they still baby plants. I'm hoping that I get some corn to be able to store up. I really do. If not, if y'all want to just cold pack some and ship it to me, I'm just saying. I'm hoping though, seriously. My I've thought about canning fish. Look, I'm thinking about. I love salmon patties too. I haven't made them in a while though, in quite some time. It's not hard or scary at all. It isn't. Sounds cool. Okay. Um. Hey, sweet time. How you doing? Happy Sunday. My bad. YT doesn't show me the chat, so just got to be weird. See, so I just got to get to be weird. Oh, shut up, Mike. I bet you have those seeds as well because you got any hot pepper seeds. It's a hot pepper too, y'all. I drop more corn, still trying to get some boiled ears. You got time though, Sylvia. You dropping more corn is okay. I'm in Ohio, like I'm hoping that they're up and good because October we gonna start getting chilly. Just saying. Y'all might come in here talking about something gross. I got four varieties of it. I'm about to say Mike got more pepper varieties than probably anybody in the community. And he was one of the first people that I knew was growing so many unique and different hot peppers. And I mean high Scoville. Like high. What up, Thomas? Where have I been? I've been here. Where you been? Um, but yeah. GT, I thought you knew. Mike be killing it with the peppers, but then Mike, you might have a little competition though. Cause then this guy by the name of Pepper Rookie showed up in the community. He got some very unique peppers as well. Very, very unique. And the sad part is I have seeds for most of them unique peppers because he sent me the peppers. And I told you, I harvest my seeds, but I've never grown any of them. The same thing with she's probably in the bushes too. Um Psalms, she sends me a lot of seeds. So she sent me a lot of actually when I met her in person, because me and Tia and Lydia went to Chicago. One time we were in Indiana. We drove over to Chicago for a day, and we met up with Sam because she lives in Illinois, and she met up with us, and we got to meet Bean Juice and everything. And she brought me a bag of different kind of peppers, and of course, I harvested the seeds. You crazy? And some of you have gotten some of those seeds, to be quite honest. That's a strange thing about my zone. The leaves start changing in August. It cools off September. By October, it's running. Yeah, and it could be now. That could be for me too, but for show by October. But we could definitely get some of that in September, and then by so that's why I'm like I can't mess around. I have a Trapper Keeper of pepper seeds not available in stores. Yeah. Oh, you know what? There's another person on YouTube who has like very unique ones. She used to be in the chats too. Her and her husband have a channel. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Um, Eat a peppermint. I just mess about. I don't know about that, Mike. I don't know about that mess about part. You full of crap is what I say. I call BS. Has anyone else grown carnival blend bell peppers? I have not. I was trying to remember if I've seen them. It sounds familiar though. And it's just a colorful blend. But I don't think I think I've seen it for like a hot pepper, like a I, hmm, I don't know. Oh, see you I should have kept reading. You said they are not sweet or bell. They hot as I do have those. I'm like, I that sounds familiar, but it wasn't a sweet pepper. I should have kept reading. Yeah, I haven't grown them though, but I have the seeds. Would they probably would be good for hot sauce though? What you think? I got seeds for it, not sure. It probably be good because that's what it looks like on the packaging. Look, you're making me want to open up my seed box, but I'm not. Because I was like, that sounds familiar. I've seen that. Yep, I have those seeds for sure. Yeah, I am well over my 2 hours. Why don't you let me do that? Just talk, run my mouth. I need to go to bed. I don't need to go to bed yet. I need to actually take care of some stuff before I go to bed. But I need to eventually go to bed. And y'all know I'll be getting in that bed. So y'all, those of you who are already growing, keep growing and try to reach someone else. Try to teach each one, reach one. Try to bring some people in, even if you just give them the knowledge to be able to do it themselves. Maybe they find that this isn't the time for them to do it. They don't have the time to really put into it and whatever. That happens. But try to show them how to do so because guess what? At some point, everybody gets tired. You had a question about budgeting that you want to ask me now? That you want to ask me now, GT? Or you want to email me? I'll wait. But each one teach one, each one reach one. Our boy Jay, juicing with Jay, that's his thing. Each one teach one. Because again, even if it's something that you don't use, I think about this when it comes to firearms as well. Y'all know that I got certified to be an instructor, so I'm certified with both the NRA and with USCCA. And even when I talk to people who are still kind of uncomfortable, but they want to get their CCW, and I always tell them, for me, it's about you having the knowledge. It's about you knowing the safe practices, and having the information that you need. If you go today and you use you know do the course and do your range portion of it where you do some shooting and everything, and it just really is not your thing like that, but I still go and make some time at least once a month to go into the range, shoot your gun, get comfortable with it. But you don't have to be an enthusiast about everything that you do. Some things it's just about having the knowledge. I thought it was a cayenne. um it's just about having the knowledge. So no, NRA, not NAGA, the National Rifle Association, GT. So I even when I talk to them, it's the same thing. So I feel like that with everything. Like even when it comes to budgeting, the knowledge on how to get your life in order by budgeting is what's important. That knowledge. Because guess what? I come on here and be like, y'all, I just been spending, I've been swiping. I done picked up some of them bad habits. Now, do I let things fall out all the way out? No. But I do fall back into some bad habits sometimes. And then I reel myself back in because guess what? I have the knowledge on how to get it done. So that's the important part of it. You know, I'm just saying. So each one, reach one. That's what I'll say. Reach one. Try to pull somebody in and just give them the knowledge and show them how it's done. I always like try to push somebody to just grow one thing. I did that last year to one of my sisters in the 2A space, which is the firearm space. For those who don't know what 2A is, that's your Second Amendment. I wanted her to try to grow something. I said, just one thing that you like to eat, just grow that one thing. And she did. She hit me up and she said, I got this one stupid plant because you told me to grow one thing. And she, people gonna complain. She that's after my own heart because I complain about everything. And she grew sweet potatoes. And she harvested her sweet potatoes. She sent me a picture. And they weren't huge sweet potatoes, but she had some sweet potatoes. And she was like, I failed. She didn't think she did good. And I sent her a picture of my harvest that looked very similar to hers. And I said, girl, what are you talking about? These are my potatoes. Yours look just like mine. And then she had a different perspective for it because, of course, you think that it's supposed to look like those things that you get at the grocery store, which we hope for. But not every time they do. Sometimes we have a little bit smaller of a sweet potato. It's just about having food to eat. And guess what? This year she hit me up and she said, I'm growing two things. Each one reach one. That's all I got to say. Did I swipe for some seeds? Are you talking to me? I didn't. Thought the seeds got mixed up or mislabeled. Yes, they are I have the pack and it's pretty on the package because I haven't used them yet. That's why I was like, that sounds familiar, but I don't remember it being sweet. It was a cayenne blend. I just didn't grow it. And I think they come out yellow, purple, red. They come green. They come out in different colors. Anyway, not text me. Email me, GT, if you have a question, and I'll answer your question about budgeting. But y'all, I gotta go. And I will see y'all on Friday. My next live will be Friday. I will have a video dropping on Tuesday. GT also has a video dropping on Tuesday. I think his drops in the morning, early morning. Mine drops about 10:30 Tuesday, around the same time it always do. So hopefully you get a notification. And then my next video won't be until Saturday. So I'll see you guys on Friday when I go live. And I hope you have a great week. Let's have some positive mindsets as we go into the week. Don't let nobody, knock you off your soapbox because people are always trying to take you out of your positive headspace. Don't let them do it. And I'll see y'all on Friday. And I'll see y'all in these streets during the week. All right? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.